Hi, I'm Cheryl Thompson, Executive Director of the Croker Festival this year. And this is Pamlico County's 4th of July celebration. So we embrace Pamlico County. This year we are honoring our first responders, which includes our fire departments, our sheriff's department, and our emergency services department. So we would like everybody to join us on June the 28th, the 29th, on June the 30th. There's a church service in the morning. And on Monday, July the 1st, we have our 2nd annual golf tournament. So we would like everybody to come and join us in that. Our highlights bands this year are Brian Mayer from New Bern Country Band on Friday night, and the Embers are coming back for Saturday night. They actually called me. I didn't have to call them. They love Doriana. So please join us on that weekend to support those all of our first responders. And we would like for you to join us. We have nonprofit booths available for information. So that you can get your name out there. And I know we have several of you that have already registered for this year. We would like more. But anyway, it is Pamlico County's celebration, so come and join us. Thank you.
Now we invite the following organizations to come on deck. We invite Focus Therapy, that's Focus Therapy, Genesis 457 Community Development Corporation, Girl Scouts North Carolina Coastal Pines, Girls on the Run Pamlico County, and Heartworks.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kate Metz, Director at Donley Camp and Retreat Center. We're a 501c3 affiliated by faith with the United Methodist Church. We're a 70-year-old ministry that offers residential summer camp for children 6 to 17 years of age, year-round retreats, and an environmental education program that serves almost 7,000 children from across North Carolina each year. Locally, we provide day camp to Heartworks for 6 weeks during the summer. We also offer Voyages Day Camp, and locally we do that with Oriental United Methodist Church and Pierce Chapel United Methodist Church. This is a great opportunity. $10 includes lunch and a day of programming, and they get to spend one day at Donley. If that fee is too great, we do have camperships available. We also have been working with the Partnership for Children in helping them provide their parenting classes and some additional programming there. Many of you know us for our Sunday dinners, and we invite you out in November and December for those. Like everyone here, we were impacted by the hurricane. We've kept going and also provided housing and meals for groups coming in to help the area as we recover. I thank Pamlico Community College for hosting this today. It's a great opportunity to everyone, and God bless all of you for the work that you do in our community. Thank you.
And please forgive me, I missed one. Would the Episcopal Church of St. Thomas Episcopal Church please come on deck as well?
Good morning, I'm Bob Karras. I'm the Assistant Director of the Eastern Carolina Workforce Development Board. We are located in New Bern, but we cover 9 counties, so that's why we're here today. 2 of our members of our Board of Directors are also here with me. Ms. Carla Burns, who's our chairperson, and Dr. Ross is also on our Board of Directors, and on behalf of our Executive Director, Tammy Childers, who's not able to be here today, I'd like to thank Dr. Ross for this invitation. This is the 3rd year we participated. I can say in the 9 counties that we cover, this is the only kind of event that is like this. We get federal funds from the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. We contract those funds out primarily to community colleges and school systems to help dislocated workers who've not had a job in many years, youth who have dropped out of school or in danger of dropping out of school, and we can help those individuals get a opportunity to become a taxpayer like the rest of us. This year we also, like everybody else, have been trying to help counties, cities, entities like that recover from Hurricane Florence. We've received additional monies from the federal government to help counties and other establishments recover. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Nancy Happ, and I'm the Director for Focus Therapy Services. We are a children's therapy company. We offer occupational therapy at this time for children aged 0 through 21. One of the most things that I felt stuck in my mind from this past year that was kind of interesting is we have a class that's called Music and Movement, and it was developed for children who have autism primarily, but we offer it to any child who has any type of disability. Well, one day I was in the class, and often the music therapist will have the children take their shoes and socks off so that they can run around on the gym floor and feel comfortable. But when one particular child took his shoes off, it took me back, because most people, me included, if you look in my sock drawer at home, I've got many pairs of socks that have holes in, not having time to mend them, usually end up throwing them out. But when I looked down at this child, and he didn't just have one hole in his sock, but he had all 5 toes of his sock had 5 holes in, all toes were sticking out of the sock. And I felt so sorry for him, because I knew the family and I knew that they were very poor. So I couldn't stand it any longer. I went to my office girl, Miss Vicki, and I said, you have to do something to help this family get on the internet and see what you can do. So what she did is she found a company called Bombas, and they have reached out to us and have given us 1,000 pairs of socks for our children. So we have dispersed those, and they have asked that we try again next year, which we will be, and we'll be able to get another 1,000 pairs for our kids. So I'm really happy that that happened this year. Thank you.
Girl Scouts North Carolina Coastal Pines. Our council spans 41 counties, but here in Pamlico County, we have 3 troops serving 24 girls in our traditional troop experience. And then in addition to that, last year we served 44 girls in our summer outreach program. We gave a STEM program for summer camps. And then this year we're hoping to reach 50 girls with an anti-bullying and healthy friendships program. So we're looking for more partners for that. Some of our highlights, we did have a girl earn her Gold Award this year. That's the highest award in Girl Scouting. And our girls are out in the community doing community service with donations to animal shelters, and with a long-time 9-year food pantry work. Pamlico County Fishes and Loaves, our Troop 90 in Oriental, has worked with them for 9 years, packing up over 11,000 meals over the 9 years. Also this year we've added a new mobile STEM unit to help out some of our more rural areas that offers programming in STEM, leadership, healthy living, outdoor and environmental education, and financial literacy. So that brings the Girl Scout leadership experience to places that maybe they wouldn't have been able to experience it before. So thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Betsy Hughes, Council Director of Girls on the Run of Pamlico County, which is part of Girls on the Run International. With me today is Sherry Metter, who's one of our board members, treasurer, and also our Pamlico County School Liaison person. Our board member Cynthia Cochran, who is a fantastic head coach and program director of the program for many years, and Kathy Delcom, our co-program director. All of these people and many more, 100% volunteers, are part of Pamlico County Girls on the Run. What is Girls on the Run? You'll read in the directory, but basically it's not an athletic program, but a youth-based development program. What does that mean? That means that after school this year at Fred Anderson Elementary, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade girls gather, and they have a fantastic opportunity to work with these mentor ladies who teach them wonderful skills. They teach them that they're beautiful inside and out, teach them to develop interpersonal skills, a toolbox that will help them weather any storm, whether it's Hurricane Florence, or problems at home, or getting into college. We've been doing this for 10 years, which is one of our highlights. We're celebrating our 10th anniversary, this time being in Pamlico County, so that we can continue to do this for future years. I see some younger people than us here, so if you know anybody who would like to volunteer, that would be fantastic. We would sure appreciate it. Thank you.
May I ask the following groups to come up and be on the deck. Hospice of Pamlico County, Kairos of Pamlico Church Ministry, NAACP, News Neighbors Network, News Pamlico Sound Women's Coalition.
Good morning. We are HeartWorks. I'm Karen Prince. I'm the Executive Director of HeartWorks, and with us here today are Sherry Metter, who is also our liaison with Pamlico County Schools, and she does a wonderful service for us. We also have board members Dan Giro, Jim Reagan, and Deborah Steenson. HeartWorks over the last year has been very privileged to be able to serve almost 500 children and their families through our 3 major programs, our Stillwater's Counseling Program, our After School and Summer Program, and our Safe Start Academy 5-star daycare for 1 to 5-year-olds. That's pretty much the highlight of our last year. I'd also like to mention that coming up in the next few weeks, we are hoping to be able to break ground on 2 new wonderful buildings that are going to be built on our existing facility that will house 6 new classrooms, quiet, new classrooms, which is huge for us because we're, as most of you know, housed in the old Hardy Chevrolet building, which we have 150 after-school kids there for 3 hours a day right now, and it gets pretty loud in that one big building. So that's going to be a highlight for our very soon for this year. I'd like to thank you all for partnering with us. There's lots of partners and volunteers in the audience right now, so you're all welcome to come out and visit. I'll give you a tour anytime you like. Thank you very much.
morning. I'm Janice Cox, member at St. Thomas Episcopal Church, and I have Beth Grimm and Jim Berry and fellow parishioners here with me. I have the privilege of serving as the chair of our outreach committee. And each year, our governing body, our lay leadership, gives us a budget, and we're able to make monetary donations to a number of the organizations who are represented here, Heartworks, the camps, and hospice, and so on. But in terms of highlights from this past year, there are a couple of extra things that we're able to do just through general parishioner support participation. We had a very successful spaghetti fundraiser dinner that Chef Tony Santori helped with. And with that money, we were able to provide Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas dinner food baskets, grocery baskets for families in need in Pamlico County. And those funds allowed us to do that. And loving our neighbor, not only in Pamlico County, but this week, we were able to go to Newton Grove and provide 60 baskets full of toiletries for the migrant farm workers who are coming there to harvest our vegetables and help us with our food production. So thank you very much.
And I apologize again. We're going to do a contest to see if anybody can guess how many mistakes I made. There'll be a special prize. We failed to mention the Grantsboro Fire Department. Would you please come up and join us on deck? Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Heidi Artley, bookkeeper with Hospice of Pamlico County, and this is Joanne Welling, our volunteer coordinator. Just briefly, I wanted to let you know, a lot of you probably think that hospice is about death. It's not true. We are about living. We want our patients to continue to live to the last moment and enjoy experiences and opportunities. We offer support, spiritual, and comfort measures to both the patient and their families. We are a 501(c) nonprofit organization. That means that our services are available to anyone with the end of life of 6 months or less in Pamlico County and portions of Craven and Beaufort. Our services are never billed. If you have no insurance, we still will provide our services to you. Last year, we serviced 54 patients, 3 of which were uninsured. We also expanded the services that our volunteers are able to offer to the patients by including hobbies, knitting, flower arrangements, and we're continuing to expand life experiences. People have asked us, I never got a chance to do this. One woman wanted to knit an Afghan. So we found a volunteer to help, and she was able to complete that, and it's a treasure to her family now. We're constantly in need of volunteers, if anyone wants to stop by across from the high school. Our thrift store, the volunteers there put in over 5,000 hours last year. They raised the money that paid for those uninsured patients. They also were able, even though their own homes had been flooded during the hurricane, they came in and distributed free clothing to those in need. So I do want to thank anybody here that has volunteered with us. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I'm Vicki Conrad. I'm volunteer recruiter for News Neighbors Network. Each of us has our own reason for choosing to live here in Pamlico County. The beauty of the water, the friendliness of the people, the laid-back lifestyle. But one of the key issues that many of our residents face is the lack of personalized senior services that make it possible to stay here. A study done by Retirement Living magazine found that at least 90% of seniors prefer to age in place. and yet for many, that's just not an option. Lack of family members nearby to lend a helping hand once in a while, lack of transportation to doctor's appointments or errands when they're no longer able to drive, even lack of social interaction can force many seniors to leave their home, their friends, and move someplace where services are more readily available. That's why News Neighbors Network was created. We bring together volunteers, all of whom undergo complete reference and background checks with members who pay a modest annual fee. In return, members tap into a wide range of services that can help make aging in place possible. Services like transportation to appointments or social outings, help with household tasks that become difficult as we age, like changing air filters or climbing on ladders to replace a light bulb, or just paying a friendly visit. Some of our volunteers can even offer technical support with smartphones or computers. These are just a few examples of our services that we provide. And as an official launch this April, I'm happy to report that we have already over 80 members who are being served by nearly 60 fully vetted volunteers, and we're proud to join this healthy community of nonprofit organizations. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Mitt McLean, and I'm here representing the New Pamlico Sound Women's Coalition. I have with me Vicki Mosley-Jones, who we call Miss Pamlico County, and who is the inspiration behind our signature project. Our organization is a small organization of 16 women, but our signature project is raising money to support families and individuals with sickle cell disease. This past year, we did a 5K walk, run, crawl, whatever, to help raise money to help support those families. We partnered with East Carolina University, their blood disorder division, and they help us identify individuals in our county, Pamlico, and the counties that we serve, that we assist with individual needs, things like transportation, medical bills, heating units, whatever they need, we help provide funds for, and we use the proceeds from the race to do that. We also sponsored 4 individuals to attend Camp Hope here at Camp Donnelly, which is a camp designed for individuals with blood disorders, including sickle cell. We also this year, and will continue to provide a scholarship. We started a scholarship fund. We gave 3 scholarships to individuals who were attending colleges and universities who have sickle cell disease, and we hope to continue that. We'd like to invite all of you to come to our walk run next year. It will be our 5th annual. We hold that the first weekend in March, correct? And we hope to continue to do that. But our signature project is working to help families with sickle cell disease. So we thank you for your support, and please come out, walk, run, crawl with us next year. Thank you.
We're here in force. We're new to this event. Good morning. My name is Dennis Bosley. I'm here representing Kairos Prison Ministry. Thanks to Christy and Dr. Ross for giving us this opportunity to let you all know we are joining your collective commitments to improving the Pamlico community. Joining me today from our Pamlico Advisory Council are Keith Merritt, Pastor Irving Wells, Dan Oliver, and Mike Miller, who will be our 2019 visit team leader. Since this is our first appearance at this event, we'd like to ensure you have some idea what our organization is all about. How many of you have heard of Kairos? We are a Christian-based ecumenical organization dedicated to the introduction and sustainment of faith-based lives for inmates, their families, and troubled youth. We are members of many local churches. We all have in common our desire to share the love of Christ in prisons and build Christian communities inside. So why are we here now, and what have we been doing? Pamlico Correctional has actually had Kairos worship groups getting together regularly for over 11 years for those who have already committed to living a life based upon Christ's teachings. Our council group actually consists of several who are already dedicated to these ongoing prayer and shared groups. What is new then? The Pamlico Warden approved our first weekend inside visit in 2018. We presented a full 4-day program of structured activities to a new group of inmates. The mixture of highly interactive and emotional events ends on the final day with individual commitments to leading a spiritual life as a Christian and dedicating themselves to a newly formed prayer and share team. It is hard to put into words how the Kairos experience comes together and makes so much impact. The intensity of love and support, strong sense of God's presence, and joy of complete forgiveness. Men hardened by years of life in institutions break down, tears flow. Even the staff who are there for security are clearly impacted by the experience. We also participated in the Break Every Chain Forum at Camp Caroline for a great way to connect with unique needs of the community. We're asking for a team of 54 men and women to join us again in October, this coming October. Training starts in July at Bayboro Baptist Church. Thank you very much for your time.
May I mention to you that we have a lot of pies still over here. And now these are the famous Miss Sills pies. And now Zach is an instructor in our science department. He has done the miraculous. He's taken all the calories out of those pies. So anybody who wants to eat those, don't worry about gaining weight. You know, it's all taken care of. So. Also, may I ask the following groups to come on deck. The North Carolina Coastal Heritage Association, Old Front Porch Music Festival, Operation Veggie Box, the Oriental Rotary Club, and the Oriental United Methodist Church.
Good morning again. My name is Douglas Pearsall. I am the president of our local chapter 5429 NAACP of Pamlico County, and we are one of the oldest civil rights groups in the United States. So we're here today to just give you a few of our highlights, and one of our highlights is that each year we have a Freedom Fund banquet. And these funds go towards scholarships and things that help operate the organization. I have Sue Harrell here, Vice Chair, Sandra Hawkins, which is the Secretary, Ms. Vicky is the Education, and Ms. Pat Jones is one of our great members also. But one of our greatest highlights this year, I had the opportunity to give one scholarship this year in the amount of $600. And I'll let Ms. Vicky come and tell the other highlight that we had here in Pamlico County.
It's me again. One of the highlights that we had, as the chair of the Education Committee, we proposed the opportunity, we partnered with the Pamlico County school system to offer a boot camp to prepare students to take the SAT and the ACT test. And they did it in the month of January and February, and we paid the teachers for that weekend instruction, as well as provided the lunch for the children. And this is something that we hope to continue, and it was very successful.
And we do have our Freedom Fund banquet this year, September the 29th, right here at the Delamar Center at 6 o'clock p.m. We're also seeking members for the NAACP. So anyone that is willing and want to come, please see me. All right.
Good morning. My name is Todd McFadden. I'm currently serving as the second lieutenant and the president of the board of directors for Grantsboro Silver Hill Volunteer Fire Department. I want to take a few minutes this morning to briefly discuss what I believe were our greatest highlights from 2018. Thanks to the hard work of our members, our chief, Daniel Suggs, and with the help from Pamlico County Emergency Management, our department was able to earn a better ISO fire rating. Our department moving from a protection class 9 to a protection class 6 has impacted our community and allowed the citizens protected by Grantsboro-Silver Hill Fire to significantly lower their insurance costs. Secondly, we have strived to build a strong junior firefighter program that allows members of our community that are age 16 and 17 of age to learn the skills to one day be great fire personnel when they turn of a regular firefighter age, which is age 18. Our junior members train multiple times a week, attend firefighter classes at Pamlico Community College, and are required to keep good academic standing in school to continue volunteering with our department. Our department understands our future depends on having good junior members. Lastly, I need to commend our volunteers on their commitment to training. Many of our members work full-time jobs, have families, but still manage to train 4 to 7 nights a week. Many of our members had over 300 hours of training this year, and many are very close to getting their North Carolina firefighter certification. In closing, thank you for allowing us to share some of our highlights of 2018. We look forward to again having a great year in 2019. It is our honor and privilege to serve our community. I want to publicly thank our board of directors, our officers, volunteers at Grantsboro-Silver Hill Fire Department, and the multiple agencies and mutual aid stations that allow us to have a safe and also successful year. Thank you.
I do want to mention before Alan comes up, because the way he speaks, we may never get another chance to give this announcement. Just kidding, just kidding. Michelle, we're going to be able to draw the number for the donation from Grantlers in about 20 minutes. So we'll be drawing a number. Again, that's going to be a donation to one of the organizations here for $150. So in about 20 minutes.
Hello, Michelle and I, Alan Price, are here for the Old Front Porch Music Festival. The Old Front Porch Music Festival would like to thank other nonprofit groups, businesses, and volunteers for their support of our festivals and other events we hold throughout the year. This support is really appreciated and needed for our events to be successful. Last year, Hurricane Florence made our festival questionable, but due to working with the town of Oriental, rearranging some porches, we were able to hold the festival. The festival collected $11,000 for hurricane relief in Pamlico County. The festival is attracting more performers of great caliber. This year, all of the musical events at the festival will be free. The 2019 festival is October 4th, 5th, and 6th. You can go online and look at all the entertainers coming. It's going to be a wonderful 3 days. And we look forward to seeing everyone in this room in Oriental for a fun weekend. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Dan Juro. I'm the incoming president of the Oriental Rotary Club. We're everywhere. Rotary is everywhere. And I'd like all the Rotarians that are here today to stand up and please come forward. Step up, guys. Step up. We have Tony Santori, former president of Rotary. We have Jim Berry, former president of Rotary. We have Deborah Steenson, former president of the Rotary Club. We have Jim Reagan, former president of the Rotary Club. You might ask, what does Rotary do? Well, we provide a variety of educational assistance to the young people of Pamlico County. Our scholarship program, we have provided thousands of dollars to Pamlico County high school students towards their college tuition. Oriental Rotary Club contributes to Pamlico Community College with our financial assistance to help students continue their college education. Through the Board of Education, we provide Student of the Month awards for middle school and high school students. And just recently, a few nights ago, we had Scholastic Night with dinner and certificates to the top 10 kids in Pamlico County, graduating students. We do that through fundraisers. Our biggest fundraiser is the Oriental Boat Show, and we just completed that in April, and we've raised thousands of dollars to help finance all our many programs. So thank you for your support, and we'll be selling watermelon slices at the Croker Festival if you care to help us out.
Hello again. I'm Mac Harris, Vice Chair of Operation Vigibox. And Vicki Jones, one of our group, is here with me. 9 years ago, David Bailey told me about an idea he had to supplement food banks' food with fresh vegetables. And so we got to work and we started Operation Vigibox with the help of Bethany Christian Church and Donnelly Farms. And since then, we have had several gardens throughout Pamlico County each year, growing fresh vegetables to send to food banks like Fishes and Loaves. And this past year, we started a home box garden project where we distributed boxes to families so that they could grow their own vegetables. This year, we are starting a pilot program for square foot gardens, and it's going to be down at Camp Caroline. And if that works out, we're going to be able to help furnish square foot boxes to families so that they can grow their own food. And that's what we do. Thank you.
And may I invite the following organizations to come on deck: the Pamlico Amateur Radio Society, the Pamlico Chorale, Pamlico Community College Foundation, Pamlico County Chamber of Commerce, and the Pamlico County Community Foundation.
I'm Jimmy Weaver. I'm the pastor of Oriental United Methodist Church. We seek to be an outpost of God's kingdom in the town of Oriental and the county of Pamlico. And as we say in the South, we do more things than you can shake a stick at. I'd like to lift up two of those. One, Kate Metz has already informed you about, is the Voyagers Day Camp that we're having the week of June the 24th through the 28th for children who've completed the 1st through the 4th grades from 8:45 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. Friday you get to go out to the camp. Monday through Thursday is on our site. It's $10 for the week, and as Kate said, that includes lunch. We also have scholarships available. The other thing I'd like to lift up is that we have property at the corner of Freemason and South Avenue, and this past year we've completed a 36-foot labyrinth out there, a circle. A labyrinth is a trail that you walk through a series of loop backs to get to the center of the circle and back out again. It's an opportunity for you to pray with your body as well as your mind and your spirit. We've built that for the community, and we encourage you to come out and to use that. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Mike Marsh with the Pamlico Amateur Radio Society. And some of you have probably seen us at a lot of these nonprofit type events. We've participated in the MS Bike-a-thon, and Cycle NC, that sort of thing. We're the ones running around with the funny little radios. They're not walkie-talkies. One of the things we do is provide free training for anybody that wishes to receive or test for an amateur radio license. And there's always a social aspect. One of the other big things we do is, you see I got like 2 name tags on. One of the subgroups under Amateur Radio Relay League is ARES, Amateur Radio Emergency Services. We're tied in to providing services in the community in the emergency nature. Dr. Ross mentioned early on about the shelter here. We had 340 plus people here in the shelter with very limited communications. And that is one of our primary purposes, is to provide on-site radios and antennas. We're working with Scott and his group when they redo the Johnson Center over here to get some high-grade antennas in here so that we are able to communicate from the shelter to wherever's needed, as the case may be. Hurricane Florence really pointed that out. We want to thank the college for providing the classroom space that we're so graciously given every time Dr. Mickey puts on a class here to prepare people for the test. I want to, as we wrap up here, invite everyone to our field day event on the 22nd of June. We'll be at the Shriners Club. Stop by and see what amateur radio is all about. We'll be operating between 1 and 6 on Saturday and about 9 and 12 on Sunday. Thank you.
Okay, hopefully you can. It's not coming to me, so hopefully you can hear me. I'm Carla Burns. I'm the president of the Pamlico Corral. I think a lot of you probably know the Pamlico Corral. We've been around for 30 years plus. And I always say we are a group of people who get together to sing to bring joy. We bring joy to ourselves. We started off with just about a double quartet plus 2 toots. And one of the things, we've been very adaptable for all these years. Our very first concert, we were still a double quartet. One of our altos got sick, so since it was an extra soprano, I dropped down and sang alto. I never even looked at the alto line before. But we also have a greater purpose. We have a scholarship fund. We invite young people to sing with us, high school students particularly, to sing with us. They learn about music, they learn to sing, it's a good discipline, they have fun. And then we provide a scholarship at the end of the year, about 2/3 of which goes to the college in a normal scholarship manner, but we also give them a pizza fund. Because you know when you're taking a final exam and you're going, you need pizza. We know they need pizza. And just to wrap up, I'll tell you, a couple of our kids, I drive them home because they live near me, and one of them said after their first week at Corral, "Gosh, you guys are naughty." We're naughty. And I have with me today, where did she go? There she is. I have Linda Schaffer, who is our director, and Jim Berry, who is one of our members. So, thank you. Come see our concert.
Now, one of the speakers who went by a few minutes ago said he predicted I would make 4 mistakes, and he wants very much to win the prize. Unfortunately, this was my mistake here, because I'd asked Barbara, make sure you put that mic up, and Carla then the victim of having the mic too high. So that takes me to 5, so whoever had 4, you do not win. We'll see. Probably about 10 will do it.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming today. I am Michelle Nover, assistant to Dr. Ross at the college, and also the Pamlico Community College Foundation Executive Director. We're a 7-member board. Carla Burns is our president. The foundation supports the college in its mission of providing affordable and accessible post-secondary education and workforce training to our citizens. The foundation, to do this, we hold 3 fundraisers a year and have an annual fund drive. Our fundraisers are our Great Oyster Revival in February, and Great Oyster Revival and Chili Cook-Off in February. The golf tournament, which we just had last weekend. In fact, Cheryl Thompson is a big golfer, one of our many winners at the Minnesota Golf and Country Club, and a food, music, silent auction event at Village Brewery in Oriental. And we, like I said, we hold annual fund drives as well. Last year, some of our highlights, we awarded over $42,000 in scholarships to around 50 students. Those are a combination of both endowed and annual scholarships. The foundation also manages a student emergency fund made possible by a generous gift from Rotary of Oriental. Thank you, Rotary. And one new exciting development this year is a voucher program made possible by the Paul Johnson GED Fund. And that provides a voucher for a curriculum or continuing education class with books and fees to a recent high school equivalency graduate. We call it the Next Step Award, kind of an incentive to get them to take that next step and enroll and improve their lives. I'll finish by thanking everybody again for coming, and we have many of our donors here in the room. Thank you for your continued support. Your support does make a difference. It does have a positive impact on your community college, your community, and the students of this college. Thanks again.
May I invite the following organizations to come forward, please, and be on deck. The Pamlico County Disaster Recovery Coalition, the Pamlico County Fishes and Loaves Outreach, Pamlico County Habitat for Humanity, Pamlico County Historical Association, and the Pamlico County, North Carolina Works Career Service location.